On previous video we were on this particular system. It's an ArcoLinux B extended, created from the beginning of December. We're up to date, so you can type all you want, no updates will come. And we also did a scal, and result is we have something extra in Rofi. Maybe it requires one more video to show you some things, right? Rofi is one of the possibilities to set menus and all that. And in previous video, you can have a look. I just looked at all these images and images in here. This is all about previews. Here the fonts you could use, could, right? And here is the actual code that you need. Some binaries, so bin means applications, something that's shared, coloring, and type this one, that one, that one, that one. So you need to, as an example, right? If anything in here you say, wow, I like this. First of all, it's not my creation. So credits to credits, where credits are due, and that's to, I always call him Adi because that's his GitHub name, but this name is a little bit longer, and we do see that in the Aditya, I hope that's pronounced correctly, somewhere, right? But here it is. That's his config, and I just GitHub cloned it inside ours. So basically you have always the last version from his GitHub. Okay, so 1, not mine. 2, I need to figure it out just like you guys. And 3, what do we do with it, right? Applets, colors, images, launchers maybe. Super D is our launcher. It's also Rofi, and it's also basically his, I think. I should check. But there is also something like Super X. We have our ArcoLinux logout. Maybe you'd like the Powermenu from him, right? Powermenu. What's the Powermenu.sh? Run it and see what it is, right? This is really experimenting and seeing what do I want to exit like this. Sure, I like that or not. So if you can grab a key to this one, you're set. Powermenu.sh, you have to open it, you have to read it, and that's not a good tool. F12, Velo, part of development, Velo, right? Velo in Dutch is a bicycle. And I get my stuff in. Power is H. There is Sublime Text. There is the full name. And we have here information. So we need to put these things next to each other, but this is of course open box. I need to do it like this, which is Super 4 and Super 6. It's actually the same thing as on Wayfire. So we have the config, Rofi, files, Powermenu, type 1. That's the directory, and the theme is style 1. The style is 2, right? Let's have a look. Now this guy, let's make this a little bit smaller so we can have a menu down and terminal down here, and we're gonna run the Powermenu again. Okay, that was 2. How is 3? And be a computer. Think, what does it do? How does it do it? When does it do it? Sequence is important in computing. First this, then that, right? You choose whatever you like. It's a style, basically. And if you want to say, oh, I like this one, for example, but, and there's always a but. So drag this guy in Sublime Text and have a look. See what it is you'd like to change. More pixels, less pixels, border radius. This is basically HTML or actually CSS kind of look. And you figure it out what you want to have. Okay, so that's styling. One is styling, the other is go grab the code. Let's launch the code, and here's a shared folder as well. So the colors is this one. Import from here to there, and that's correct. That's Rofi. Rofi files, colors, and one of the colors. You want to have a different color, try a different color. So that's how, well, you have to think in steps, and this one, and then we took this one, and then I don't know, what did we have? Type 1? Yes, type 1. So this is the one. Style 5, was it? I don't think we've seen, yeah, that's the last one. Actually, type 1, let's see, again. That was the beginning. Now maybe you were wondering already, why is this strange thing here? That's the fonts. So if you say, I like to have the fonts, maybe they're in here, I don't know, right? Maybe they're in here. Now often these things exist already and they might clash. So it is really experimenting. Will it clash or not, right? So we have already JetBrains Mono Nerd. We have already this one. EOSFK is not there, but it might work on OpenBox and it might break BSBWM, Awesome, Qtile, because this is extended ISO. This is all of them. Now EOSFK is already, well, is online. So TTF, EO is enough. Yeah, I would install this one. That's the best guess. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Is it gonna break things? Possibly. So let's have a look. Nothing changed. So no icons added. Is the ICO moon feather? I don't know. Do we have it? Then I would go for this one. ICO moon. All right, it's on AOR. We build it. I know I can double click, right? I know, but I need to have something more permanent. So, okay, AOR. Ah, that's coming from ICO moon feather. So, solved, right? And if the lock, I can't do all of this because maybe lock I can, but I'm recording, right? But this is something you'd like to have. Okay, if this is something you'd like to have, then the next step. If you figured out how it all works, you need to go to Files, to Powermenu, to Type 1, to this guy. You've set it right or the way it should be, and then it depends, right? I normally do a copy here. And if you're OpenBox, you have to set it here. And if you're not on OpenBox, you have to change it in Awesome somewhere else, and so on and so on. We have all of them here. CH8 DWM, Dusk DWM, Awesome is here, BSP is here, DK is there. I mean, they're all here. But since I'm on OpenBox, let's stick to OpenBox. And here is one of the key bindings is here. And mine is called ArcoLinux Logout, right? So maybe, true, if Control-Alt-K is gonna do this, I can just do the one, right? Just say, let's try it out with Control-V, Home, Eric, Config, and so on. Save, Control-Alt-K. No, was that the correct one? Yeah, that's the correct one. And it is saved, and I need to reload. Normally that's Super Shift S. I don't think that's gonna work. Save, reload maybe. Let's try again. It is Control, Alt, and a K. Okay, so unfortunately can't show you. I have to log out and log in, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna work. The command is gonna be power sh, and it's going, that's the pathway where it is going to be. Might work like this if you want to share something with somebody else. Might work as also like that, but it's just for you, so you know your name, and that's okay. All right, so it's think about how a computer will do it, and then adapt and follow the steps, the colors, grab colors, the colors you like, and choice the type you like, and then finally it has to go somewhere, and it has to go either here in OpenBox or somewhere else in Awesome. I don't know. Choose one of the guys you like, and then say, okay, where do I do this? Control find ArcoLinux logout. Here is ArcoLinux logout. All right, this one. Can I do Control V? Try, see if it works. If menus don't work, if this is not recognized or found, you put it in the path. And one of the things we do is that our path is including the bin, our bin, home Eric bin. So anything you put in there in the .bin will be found. And you don't need to type all of this in front of it because it knows, okay, it's power.sh. So I could make a power menu which points to this one, for example, and off we go again. So it's figuring out how things work and then test it out. I'll test it out after this video. Cheers.